Hey guys, welcome back. We're doing another Let's Play. My name is Josh Onimus
Shawn Kelley.
And tonight we'll be doing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game.
Of course. And I mean, this game is the epitome of classic when it comes to my childhood, so I'm always down to play this. I mean, it's been a long time for me, so I hope I'm still alright.
Yeah, and this is a game where it came out first as an arcade game, and then it got adapted to the console, and it's actually a pretty good port.
It is.
I don't think it's the funnest game when you play it by yourself. It definitely demands a second player.
Oh, yeah, by all
means. To
means.
enjoy it to its fullest.
You definitely need a second player, but when it comes to this, everything that comes from the arcade that you were talking about, I mean, it's so good, so classic. The cab art, everything about it. It gives you the warm feeling.
Sick quarter cabinet recreation of the original TNT cabinet, and it's really cool. It's got that, I think, the arcade game and the Turtles in Time.
Yeah.
On it, and it's really cool.
You can't go wrong for that one. Out of all the one-up arcades, like that's the one I want. So, all right, let's go ahead and take a look at Ninja Turtles 2, the arcade game.
Alright, so you have to hit select, which is weird. You don't use a directional pad. You have to do it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Alright, so...
Yeah, there you go. It's just weird that it makes you
trust me,
select.
I know the select. That goes for a lot of games.
I've always been a big fan of my homie, Michelangelo.
Okay,
I always thought he was like the cool turtle.
I'll be Leo then. If you were going to be Leo, I was going to be Don. Who would you say is your least favorite?
Probably Donatello. I don't know why as a kid I just found him to be like the most boring.
It's weird. I wouldn't say that. My opinion would not be popular.
Who's your favorite?
Well, my favorite is probably Raphael. My least favorite, I want to say, is possibly Michelangelo. And I get he's the comedic relief, he's funny, all that, everyone loves him, but when it comes to like combat or anything, I don't know, I feel like he's got
nunchucks, the other guys have blades, I get it, except for Donatello, he's got like that.
Well, he's got, yeah, and sais wouldn't really call it blade, but sais are pretty deadly too if used properly. So. But anyway, it's not like, ooh, the weapon what makes him, but I'm a nerd, I'm a techie guy, so Don didn't rub me the wrong way, you know? So it's like, I got it.
When I look back on the first Ninja Turtles movie, I really like that movie.
Oh, dude,
it's a movie that like is aged really well.
Dude, the first is so good, I think. Like, even from the time they meet Shredder on the roof, like, everything. I actually think the first one's great. Everything after that, though, was
it's
like...
It's definitely dark. It's kind of like what Eastman intended. I like to... I ain't gonna lie, it's a guilty pleasure of mine when I think of the intro sequence from Part 2. Where they're, like, using the yo-yos, and they're, like, in the mall stopping the robbers.
Like...
Sure. It's a guilty pleasure for sure. Like, I know it's bad, but it's a good bad.
I mean, that's the thing. I wouldn't say I hate to.
Look at this Pizza Hut.
No, I wouldn't say I hate to. I'd much rather watch 2 than 3 any day of the year. And it's funny, too, is I'm a huge Japan fan, right? Like, I love Japan. Can't wait to go there one day. Like, you know, I could not stand Part 3. It made no sense to me.
Is that the one where they're in, like, feudal Japan?
Yeah, it's one where they go back in time. Like, you would think I'd be like, nice! But just, nope. They all, I mean, it's been all but talked about before, but they look horrible. Their suits are like...
Yeah, they didn't have to change anything about the animatronics and the way their mouth moves or anything. They didn't have to do anything from the first film.
Well, my understanding, though, is that those suits from the first film broke and had major problems.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah, so which I understand, like, for maintenance reasons and stuff, and production continuing why they would make, like, a cheaper suit. But it did not compare, like... Watch Part 1, watch Part 2, and then watch Part 3. Not even progressively, it, like, dramatically gets worse between all 3 movies. Their suits.
That motherfucking bowling ball.
Who
is letting bowling balls just roll down their hallway?
Don't even get me started on their Christmas specials and stuff. They look scary in those.
Yeah, and the ones with like the shell tour.
Yeah,
Out of the shell tour.
Yeah, awful.
Like, they did a lot of promotional shit that was like, whoever took care of it, like when they were making it, was the one like funding their outfits. So like they all look kind of different. Then there's this show that I saw if you go on Netflix streaming. I don't even know what it is, but it's a live action like turtle show from 2002. It's on Netflix streaming right now, and it looks so fucking bad.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, I guess another one of my guilty pleasures would be, like, I thought the first of the new live-action Ninja Turtles movies was, like, whatever. It's okay. I actually really enjoyed the little animated sequence they had in the beginning that sets up the origin story that's, like, done in the style of Kevin Eastman's artwork.
I guess, yeah. But no, there's a thing about... Oh, no, I have a lot of... That
But the second one, I liked it. It had, like, basically everything but the Pterodome. It had, Krang and fucking...
It had them, but...
Baxter Stockman.
But at the same time, I didn't like any of them. Here's
those
the
are
thing.
characters I'm nostalgic for from the Ninja Turtles, and they haven't really brought that to the live action. Well, I guess they didn't have Baxter, did they, in the original trilogy?
Yeah, they did. He was the doctor in part 2 that made the ooze. Wait, wasn't he? Yeah, wasn't that Baxter?
I don't remember.
I could be wrong.
I know the actor exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah, no, you know who I'm talking about.
I
feel like that's supposed to be Baxter. I could be wrong though. One thing I will say though is that when it comes to
it's not Jeremy Irons, is it?
No, not at all.
It
What is
reminds
his
me
name?
It's that type of actor.
What? I know his name. He's been in a bunch. Yeah, he's British. Anyway, sorry, can't remember his name. Can't remember your name, but he. I thought he was Baxter, but you know what? One Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie I actually thoroughly enjoyed and can probably consider it the second best out of all of them.
What?
TMNT.
I actually think it's really decent I guess it's because I also look at it like, okay, I know this is a kid's joint.
Yeah,
And,
but they don't make it.
I like automatically give it props for being like a little bit more like.
It was a little darker, like things like that.
It's a little bit more like
like
what I picture the Turtles to be like. It's not like. I don't know. I think part 3 was like really goofy. I like the concept of Turtles going in time.
Oh, I got a good flow on them. Get them. Keep it going. Keep it going.
I like the concept
Fuck
of the
'em
Turtles
up!
going in time, like trying to adapt the Turtles in Time storyline.
Yeah, no, which I guess
It's
you
right
could
for
say
the taking, but they just didn't do a good job.
No, because
like,
they
could
made
do a real Turtles in Time movie. That would have been pretty cool with the original costumes from like the first movie that they were building up.
Yeah, they could have, but I don't know. Like, but no, but what's
So Secret of the Ooze, is that the one that had
that's the second one.
Toka and Razor?
Yeah, Toka and Razor. Babies!
Yeah, he eats it in the cake, or they try to feed him like the fucking thing that
Donuts.
back to normal. Yeah.
Yeah, and the ice cubes and donuts. And
So you're wondering like if that's Stockman too? Now it's gonna bother me.
Yeah.
I don't think it is. I feel like Stockman turns into a fly in the comics.
Well, he does, and the cartoon too. But he, no, but they didn't have to go to that level at that point. He didn't do that in the other second movie. Oh man, you're gonna make me have to look this up.
No, I'm saying not the guy who played him recently, but who played him recently? That's Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry, yeah,
was
Tyler
the
Perry's
new
what it
Baxter
is.
Stockman.
Here's the thing with me with these Michael Bay ones. Now, do you remember when they
They're
first
not
came
Michael
out?
Bay.
They're not
though.
Michael
You
Bay.
produced them.
Produced
I get it.
But they're not produced. But I just say that because that's the biggest thing.
They are definitely the most flashy of them, but at the same time, they're pretty damn close as they can be to like the faithfulness of the comic books. They try their best, at least.
They can, but I mean, the way I look at it is that I don't think so, because I don't recall April O'Neil knowing them when they were babies before they were mutated. And she named them.
No, in this. Oh, you're talking about.
That's what I'm saying, in the new ones. Like, that whole story, I'm like, nope, I'm not cool with that.
I kind of forgot about that.
But my whole argument to that, though, was that, remember when that whole first started, they were going to make them aliens? And then they weren't going to be mutants, they were just going to be called Teenage Ninja Turtles? And then they were going to take out the mutant and make them aliens, which in the movie that they made, like, what are they, aliens? Like, no, they'd be stupid. Because they changed that idea because of the fan cry, like the outrage. So, with that, like, I guess, we backed them into a corner and made them change it into that, but you chose that? Couldn't you just go with part 1 and, go back to Shredder and Splinter having an issue together, and he killed Splinter's master, all that. None of that was addressed in these new ones.
You ever watching the old first one? Sam Rockwell's in it.
Yeah, he's one of he's the one talking to the cops in the end, I think, where they're like, "What's going on here?" Yeah, it was Sam Rockwell.
Yeah.
Awesome actor, just have to say that. Sam Rockwell's the man.
I just forget that he's in it until like I rewatch it. Like, it's one of those movies I kind of go back to every couple of years, and I'm like, I want to be like nostalgic as fuck.
Dude, Casey Jones in that shit, I can never remember that guy's name.
I'm like,
He
oh,
was
I
the
always
look
love the
who's
scene
talking.
too. Raph's just like walking down to the train station, following kind of tailing April,
Yeah.
and it's just like it's shot with such a griminess.
Well, that's why I liked it too, because it was like grimy. Like, I don't know. It's
Those
just.
fucking foot soldiers look like they were part of like a fucking underground crack squad.
Hey, they made the foot soldiers
They had
look
like
strong.
fucking silk stockings over their head and shit.
The way I looked at it, the one thing I like is that they made the Foot Clan look strong in the first one too. Like when you get just one turtle, they fucked up Raphael. Like that whole scene, everything about it was like. When I was a kid, I'm sitting there thinking to myself, the two scenes that stuck out to me, going like, "Whoa, this isn't the Turtles I know," but I liked it. Was
Pizza Hut endorsement too. 3
and
oh.
3. Oh, they made it they made it interactive. But no, but with the two scenes that stuck out to me when I was a kid that made me go like, whoa, was when they show up and their place is destroyed and Shredder's gone. I mean, I keep saying Shredder. Splinter's gone. And like, Leo screams and everything. I'm like, this is intense. And
Raph just has like a couple mental breakdowns.
yeah, and then
And those can be pretty scary because he shouts like really valiantly loud.
But dude, that scene where they're kicking his ass on the rooftop, and then they throw him through. Oh. Wait, hold on. Oh, game over. I'm out of lives.
Is that what happened?
Did I even continue? Have I just been ranting on Turtles so much that... Yeah, I think I just fucking geeked out so hard on Turtles I wasn't even paying attention.
I have one sliver of life.
Oh,
and I'm
Jesus.
getting gang raped. Oh!
Although it's not like we're intending on beating this anyway. We just wanted to nerd out on some Turtles.
Yeah, this one was pretty fun. I loved it.
Yeah, no, but the other scene was, like I said, Raph getting thrown through that ceiling and, like, the music and the place is catching on fire. Like, that's, like, the best scene in all Turtles
voicemail
movies.
that's playing.
Yeah, he's like, you're fired. You're fired. But, alright, I mean, obviously this was quick, but, that was Ninja Turtles. We just had to get it out of our system there. But,
Yeah, it was just like a nostalgic little Let's Play.
yeah, so, I mean, we did not get far. I don't think we did good at all.
I'll be honest with you guys, it's not even my favorite game. I just kind of wanted to throw it on, do a couple of rounds of 2-player.
Yeah, no, and I mean, Turtles in Time to me is probably the best
Yeah.
Turtles game that's out there. Or,
I'll be honest, probably the next time we end up streaming, it'll be Turtles in Time.
or the original arcade port of this. It's those two. That's why the 1-Up Arcade is like the best value, because it straight up has just those two, and it's like, just go for it. And it's 4 controllers, so 4 people can play. So,
Anyways, guys, thank you for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe.
and comment down below. Let us know if there's anything you're interested in us playing.
Definitely. Thank you for watching. Have a good night.
Good night.